Okay, good morning. I'm gonna finish the rest of the Zodiac sign for this week. Here we go. We're on Scorpio today, this morning. One thing I wanted to say was, continuing to support the medical medium who has been falsely accused and attacked, who has spent a lot of time and energy helping those around him. That's all he's done. So please, any way you can possibly support him, I would appreciate it. Our community would appreciate that. And don't forget your lemon water in the morning, your celery juice, all the wonderful recipes that he has on his Instagram page. You can find so many different recipes. They're fabulous. So let's put out some good shining light around him. All right, so we're going to start with Scorpio this morning. We're in June, first week in June, the first week in June. La 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 la. Okay, so just walk away from those who just want to create drama. It's interesting. People who tend to like to create a lot of drama will create it and then they'll point the finger. So I've actually experienced that since I've been visiting back home, and I've had a lot of unkind remarks, attacks, and then they point the finger like saying, well, but you did that. And it's like, wow, that is massive gaslighting. People who gaslight love to focus on the reaction of somebody rather than actually what they chose and what they're choosing. So I know that we all go through this in ways in our lives, in various forms and connections, but it's not necessary. And I always tell people who it's often people who are very bored who want to create drama. So, kind of what comes, it's kind of the download that I'm getting. It's like, are you a old soul, or are you, just kind of new to the earth paradigm? Because I'm definitely an old soul, and those who are old souls just don't really want to partake in any of that, and will typically avoid it at all costs. But, people are going to choose what they're going to choose, of course. But I say to people who are bored, it's like you're often choosing something else if you're bored. So add something else to your life. What can you add to your life that would create something that the energy that is more expansive for the planet and for yourself? Like, ask that question. The past is gone. It is long gone. And, people, especially on the healing journey, want to evolve as human beings. So you're not the same person even an hour ago if you're staying in the space of now. You're allowing the new to evolve and enter into your life. That's the point. There is no past. So even if something looks similar, but you're coming at it in a very different way, it's different. Now, others might not see that, but it's not up to you to get others to see how you have evolved. That's not your job. So what else does Scorpio need to know? Yeah, so What environments are you in? And I'm talking about my own experience as well, because I have Scorpio in my chart. And to me, it's quite interesting because a lot of people like to, I would say, demonize Scorpios, which is so unfortunate because we have huge hearts. But it depends, of course, on where I always say, it depends on where someone's operating from, right? Any sign. Are you operating from a higher, kinder, more loving space, or the opposite? We all have a choice in this, but I don't go into spaces and shit talk people. That's not something that I choose to ever do. Even if usually people are projecting that my direction, I choose to typically just walk away. There are sometimes you just can't. And sometimes where, I find like even dancing, if you dance like in a particular energy or space, it can shift up the energy of where you are. So, you could just like wiggle a little bit, and it will shift energy if you're encountering something, that's unpleasant, right? So the space and the place, right? It's not for you. And you know that. That's already very clear. It's already super clear that, you deserve to be around people who are kind, who want to see you elevate in life and not bring you down. You deserve to be around people who want to see you successful, who want to see you happy. So go towards those people, because they're in the space and the environment as well. There are people around who do want similar, who do envision the planet being in a similar way. Let's see, what else does Scorpio need to know? What else does Scorpio need to know? I mean, some people just want to keep playing out the same stuff, and it's just boring. It's so boring. Like, I just can't. That's why I take myself out of different spaces, because I can't do it anymore. When you awaken to a certain point, you just cannot deal with it anymore. What else does Scorpio need to know this week? Yeah. So just take a step back. Remove yourself from people who are being unkind. Don't take it on. A lot of judgment is actually people who cannot look inside themselves and heal their own pain. So, just all you can do is bless those people and walk away. Sometimes you do have to block them on your phone. Yeah, you do sometimes, because it's just abusive or, yeah. And so what else does Scorpio need to know this week? Continue to focus on what lights you up, When the weavers built the sun, yeah. Yeah, focus on the creation of Mother Earth. What would she want right now? talk to the Mother Earth. Where does she want you to go? What does she want you to do? Be present with Mother Earth and dwell in her. There, you know, even meditating into, like, going into the middle of the earth in a sacred womb space and letting yourself rest in that space, because it's very loving, it's kind, and it's grounding and getting a lot of earth love energy. So, and I'm seeing the colors, like, actually kind of the color of my tights. Doo, doo, doo. So we got like kind of a brightish purple. Maybe envision around your auric field bright purple and bright green. Like just, you know, trickles of sparkly dust all around your auric field and any space that you go into. You know, something I probably haven't mentioned is you can actually set your energy in a place that you haven't been yet. So in a meditation, visualize your energy being in a particular state or being in a particular building and running your live beam and expanding out into the space. You can even cleanse any space that you enter before you go. So there are many ways to kind of ease into like movement, you know, a new place, a new space, a new connection, you know, visualizing people who are kind and loving and people who actually want to be inclusive and yeah. So Scorpio, you know, your guardian angels are with you. They are. Okay, let's choose a ring. Let's choose a ring for this week. Ah, such a gorgeous morning. Okay. Ring. Okay. We've got the moonstone. Moonstone. Very feminine energy. Like I was saying, just really stay in that space of feminine energy. Take your salt bath, drink your tea, choose something new, write in your journal, cry, which I've already done this morning. I mean, it's okay to release energy like that. It's absolutely okay. So, you know, and I was listening to a video, some guy, he was talking about how, you know, this factor of resilience. So, you know, when your levels are increasing, you know, and my gifts are expanding as I go quite quickly, actually, people are going to want to take that down. That is just human nature. And not everybody. I'm not like that. I like to see people thrive and see people happy and see people doing their best and living their best lives, because when they are, it just elevates the planet. So I love it. But just continue to, you know, place yourself around people who want the best for you. And allow it. You deserve it. So allow that in. All right. And of course, this can be your moon sign or your sun sign or your, let me see, yeah, these cards. Rising. Okay, Sag. And just being out in nature and the sunlight cleanses your cards. Getting a little like air between your cards, cleansing fresh air, sunlight. Woo! Ha ha! There we go. Okay, Sag. La 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 la. Da, 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 da. Trying to hold on. I'm going. There we go. Okay. There's a lot of wildlife around here, ducks and so many different birds. Okay, what does Sag need to know for this week? First week in June. First week in June. First week in June. First week in June. Just step away. Don't involve yourself in stuff that you don't need to. Just step away. Don't say anything, just walk away. That's my suggestion. Dance it out. Sing it out. Exercise it out. You know, if you choose like something different, right? A different kind of exercise too that you don't normally, it actually like changes the structure of the brain. So it changes the pathways, like bike a different pathway, go a different direction. Just shake it up completely. Yeah, so when you do that, that's when you get all the treasures, the treasure chest and the new life. You got the treasure chest and new life and turtle energy. So it's not like you have to go at some, fast pace. You can actually slow it down if you want. Okay, so what else we got for Sagittarius? All right. All right. Okay, the wind, right? Stay out of drama. Let's just do it this way. Okay, there we go. Sag. La 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 la. What does Sag need to know? Sag. It's a bit blustery. That's all right. You fall down, you get right back up. Okay? Yes, see? Blessings and abundance is here. Blessings and abundance. So even if there's like shit around you, it doesn't mean there's not good things too. Cheers to that, a little cup of Rubios. Okay, so have some tea, smile, find blessings and joy in your heart. Okay, what else does Sag need to know for this week? What else does Sag need to know? Sagittarius. Could it be? Could it be a dragonfly? Maybe. Could it be a dragonfly? I did see somebody just come by who maybe not have as many blessings as you. It might be in the material world. You know, it's interesting because, like, for me personally, I'm reading this book, Happy Money, by Ken Honda. And, you know, it's fascinating because I've always been kind of like this with money, and I don't really spend a whole lot of time thinking about it. And it's never been like number one on my list, I have to say. And it's often a lot of healers feel this way. You know, like we can't charge for or be compensated for, you know, what we bring to the planet, which might be a little different, you know, than most people. And, you know, just starting to read this book, and I've listened to it on Audible, which I like, but I also like to read books too as well. So, you know, it's just like learning a new way of communicating with being here on the planet, like being in this physical plane. And, you know, people can shame you for certain things, but it's just like in any relationship, some people are good at this particular thing, like men and a part of this relationship are good at this particular thing, and women are bringing something else. But, you know, we can all learn and grow in different ways, but it might be a more natural instinct, right? So there's no shame. Everybody has things to learn and grow, and it might not be money, it might be something else, or it might be money, you know. So for me, just being present with like, okay, where can we give, you know, to others who are in need? You know, I will give money to homeless people, and, you know, to people who are, you know, food even. Either way, but it's like, where can you know, I give to charities like Greenpeace and other animal shelters. So I definitely think it's very important to give back, even if you don't have a lot, but I tend to find that people who don't have a lot often give more. So let's see. Let's choose a ring for Sag. Let's choose a ring for Sagittarius. Sagittarius. For the first week in June. Okay, Sag. You have the Moonstone as well. Yeah. Moonstone. So a lovely like pendant of moonstone would be amazing, or you could just get a little piece of it and put it in your pocket, you know, or sleep with it by your bed, you know, to ignite certain energies, or through your meditation. You know, as we evolve, so do crystals and plants and animals. They don't necessarily, they take on new meanings as well. Like they're taking on new energies as well. So talk to the Moonstone. What does it have to say to you in particular? A lot of these, you know, the qualities are wonderful in the different crystal books and nature animal books, but also how do they speak to you personally? Okay, so Sag, have a good week. Okay. Capricorns. You know, someone was saying that Capricorns rule the planet. We all are here with lights to shine. Now, Capricorn has the physical sort of element of creation on the planet. So, like for instance, I have a lot of air in my chart, a lot of Libra, and I can tend to like to play in more like the fairyland with the angels, you know, often, but we've got to ground this into the earth to create a better world. And that's why we're here, like really choosing, and Capricorn energy can really choose to use their entrepreneurship to do that on this planet. But how can we create something that's, you know, it doesn't have to help everybody on the planet either. It's like, you know, where's like your space, your area with that? Like I had an essential oil business, and I was very much focused on helping people who were empathic and struggled with taking on other people's energy, and, you know, clearing the auric field, and people who were interested in that. So, you know, it doesn't have to help everybody, even though maybe it could. So let's see, Capricorn. What does Capricorn need to know for this first week in June? Loyal heart. Loyal heart. Yeah, so where are you maybe communing with somebody else or your business, creating something new, allowing it to like blossom like the lotus flower? That lotus flower, like, you know, flowers don't just blossom. They blossom, right? They blossom in a very gentle and loving way. What else does Capricorn need to know for this week? What else does Capricorn need to know for this week? Capricorn, stay out of drama. Ooh, man, this card is coming up. Wow. Okay, focus on, literally focus. I mean, just be quiet and silent and still, and nature, and what's fun for you. Hang out with the people that you love and friends you can trust, and just literally just stay out of it. What else does Capricorn need to know for this week? What else does Capricorn need to know for this week? Yeah, so there's no building blocks in drama. There's nothing, and nobody gains from it. And you're actually creating energy that is yucky for yourself and for everybody else. So just don't. And then we've got the change in the wind. So it's quite windy today. Some light wind is great because it can actually sort of just blow away energies, and you can ask the wind, ask the elements to participate in releasing energy. Okay, so what else does Capricorn need to know towards the end of the week? Yeah, so you're not resting. And I could heed this message as well. So more meditation, more Epsom salts, and maybe it's just an entirely, you know, different direction to go. All right, what else does Capricorn need to know? And if you see other people, like, you know, they talk about this in schools, right? If you see other people who are being harmed, or please step in. Please step in. So manifesting, manifest in that space of what's really true for you, what's really true. Don't try and fit into a group of people who are trying to create an energy that's no good for everybody. So just step away from that. That's the other thing is a lot of times people want to create these kinds of energies because they want to feel like they fit into a group. And they can create a circle that looks like it's inclusive, and it's not. And it's not kind. But you can just walk on by that circle. Let's see. Okay, all the threads of fate must bend. Yep. So how can you just allow the timing and the process shift? That patience piece. I'm a very patient human being, but then at some point it's, enough is enough, right? So what else does Capricorn need to know for this week? And maybe it's like, okay, I'm not going to, this person's very draining for me, so I'm only going to talk to them for 5 minutes. Or, creating boundaries for yourself. And that might be speaking up sometimes, because now my throat is getting like kind of all clogged up. So clearing the throat chakra for sure. There are many essential oils that will help clear the throat chakra. I like topical, but I also like sprays because it really helps clear the energy pretty quickly. So Capricorn, the ring for Capricorns. Okay, so Capricorn gets the moon and the sun. Moon and the sun, the moon and the sun. Yeah. And the gold energy, right? So yang energy. It might be actually taking an action step. So take an action step towards your new direction. Maybe it's somebody you haven't talked to in a long time, or maybe something that you'd let go of, or somebody who is just like keeps coming up in your mind that you want to create some kind of peace with. Okay. Aquarius. What does Aquarius need to know for this week? Not having expectations of others. So releasing judgments, expectations, what you think that you should get from somebody, how you think certain people should be. Just really letting go of any expectations or judgments. Mm-hmm. Okay. Like really letting go of judgments and expectations. Like anywhere and everywhere that I have expectations or judgments or rejections or of a particular person, I just destroy and uncreate all that. Anywhere I have judgments, rejections, expectations of myself in a particular way, I destroy and uncreate all of that and return to sender. Not returning to a particular person, but like returning to a higher source. I return that energy and release it. Creating space for something new. That I can use, that energy that when you create the space, that is actually one of the most important things in creating and manifesting, is creating the space for yourself to manifest something new, if that's what you want. and then the action, right? And you're gonna have to, it's like you gotta keep doing it. It's not like, what else does Aquarius need to know? Yeah, not everything is fair in life. For sure not. And sometimes that just sucks, right? A certain situation or particular thing that occurred, not everything is fair. I agree. I think we all can feel like that at times. Not everything's fair. It doesn't feel fair. But, you know, as most people will say, well, the world's just not that way. And that's, you know, that's a thicker skin you got to grow into. And that is not always an easy thing, especially if you're highly sensitive. Yeah. So go take a walk with a girlfriend and laugh. Have some fun. Or a guy friend. And laugh and have a little fun. Lighten the load. Yeah, so there's like a state of fear that Aquarius is in. About maybe a particular situation or but on the other side of that is poised. So once you clear that space and release that energy, then good morning. Then the poised card is there for you. You're ready to go. Do something different, right? The poised card is there. But you gotta create the space and let go of limiting beliefs. You know, it's funny, it's like people think, oh, okay, well, if people have a lot of money or a lot of stuff, they don't have, you know, limiting beliefs or fears. That is not true. There could be plenty going on. So, you know, are you misering your money and not sharing it with humanity? Are you holding on too tight to something? Like, let go. You know, I don't know who it was, but I saw a video at one time where it was like, you're feeling a certain way at a certain energy. Well, you pick up a rock or a stick and you just intentionally let it go. You just drop it. Like, I'm gonna intentionally just drop this energy right here, right now, and done, and walk away. And see how your day shifts. See how your day changes. See how that next hour shows up. You know, I'm willing to let in miracles into my life and kindness and joy. Like, I deserve that and I'm willing to let that in. And I'm willing to give it to other people as well. Like, I'm willing to share that with other people. My strength, my hope. That's where the transformation lies. Yeah, for sure. That is absolutely where the transformation lies. It's just in that process. So we think just little things can't be incredibly transformative. They can. It's usually the little things, actually, that accumulate, right? And it's all of a sudden something new. So if you want to be, you know, a writer, well, you're going to have to write every day. If you want to follow a new path and open yourself up to something new, well, then you got to step in, stop making excuses, because the mind will often tell you things that are not true. I mean, a huge percentage of what the mind says is not actually even what you believe. It's proven scientifically. So what new thought could you choose? You know, because that even a thought, like, for instance, I have a friend who is tired all the time, and I've said, well, is that really true? Because what thought is in your brain will actually affect your body. So like literally getting up and going for a walk or for a jog or for whatever exercise it is, let's say, usually people feel much better during and after, right? It's because it was a lie. So when your brain is telling you a lie, and yet you're actually enjoying the process of going out and doing that thing and it made you feel better or whatnot, then you know it was a lie. And it's a skill that you got to learn. So in my healing journey and in my process of transformation and awakening, that is absolutely something that I have recognized and let go of. And it's like peeling an onion, right? Layer by layer by layer. So what lie is your brain telling you about yourself, about, what you want to choose, about somebody else, and choose a new thought. Like, just try it out. Like, I'm going to try a new thought just to see, like, how it changes the energy. Like, let's say if a particular person walks into your work that you don't like. Well, what if you chose a new thought? What if you chose, oh, okay, I'm going to create more space with this person. And all right, what new thought could I choose that would create more space? So what else does Aquarius need to know? Instead of the same pattern repeating thought over and over, it's like, it's, are you done with it? Time to feed the hungry heart. Time to feed the hungry heart. So you're avoiding some kind of pain that's in you that you're projecting onto other people. So take the time and actually sense and see what is in you, what has triggered you, because that's your stuff, right? However, I will say, it's not your responsibility. It's nobody's responsibility if people are being abusive, verbally, physically. That's not on you. That is their behavior, and no one takes responsibility for those things. That's their choice. But then you have a choice, right? To walk away, to do something different. To say that hurt my feelings. There's many things. Okay, so ring for Aquarius. Ring for Aquarius today. So Aquarius gets turquoise and silver. So silver is that feminine energy. So being in the space of more yin and, kind of just giving yourself a soft space to be in while you process things that might have been painful or things that are painful. Just another space to kind of release that. And really being true and honest with yourself, about those feelings. Okay, so Pisces. Let's clear the deck here. Time to clear the deck. Kids and bikers and walkers, everybody's out now. Hold on a second, Tia. Okay. Okay, Pisces. What does Pisces need to know? Pisces need to know for this week in June? June. Yeah, releasing any expectations or judgments, kind of like Aquarius. Just letting it go, letting those old patterns in your brain go. So you can use that same process, releasing any expectations or judgments about other people that are possibly not accurate, not true. Making amends, correcting a lie that was told. What else does Pisces need to know? Stay out of drama. Is that with your family? Staying out of drama with your family, I'm hearing. And something is not for you. So there's like a not for you card. Whoever or whatever that might be. There's something that might come up this week that you just don't feel like choosing. And what else? Whoop. Yeah, so this is going a different, like, don't get stuck. Don't get stuck in the mud. Don't get stuck in the quicksand. Don't let something be quicksand in your life. Pisces. So there's something you want to choose, but you're not. And there's kind of a warning as well. So there's soulmate in protection. So there's someone who does not have your back. So just be aware of that, Pisces. There's someone around you that doesn't have your back. You know, I always say, check out the numerology, right, with people in your life, because if you have an even numerology number and you're dealing with someone with an odd numerology number, often there's conflict. So, you know, study numerology, because it's a real quick and easy way to kind of see, you know, we don't have to create conflict with, you know, obviously with people with different numerology numbers, but it's just there might be natural kind of conflict that occurs because of the way, how differently the energy is, just how differently you think, or the way you live your life. It might just be kind of nothing intentional per se, or it could be, but it's also just a different way of being on the planet. Yeah, so what else does Pisces need to know this week? Pisces. Self-acceptance. Give yourself that loving hug. Give yourself a hug. Like, literally, give yourself a hug. And then have forgiveness and understanding. That space of forgiveness and understanding of the situation, yourself and others. Yeah. Like, it's actually good to give yourself a hug. I love to hug myself. Why not? Whoa! Yeah, the mending card. Mend your soul, right? Mend it with your own soul. La. There we go. Okay, mend your own soul. Yeah, what legacy do we want to leave behind? Has there been a misunderstanding or miscommunication as well? Something or someone that you actually really didn't understand that you thought you understood, but you didn't? What do I need to know? Pisces, 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 Pisces. Weavers, watch the dragons fly. Weavers, watch the dragons fly. Yeah, so just be, kind to yourself. And at the bottom is when the witch must drink the brew. So, I don't know, maybe there's something karmically that you've accumulated that you need to make good on. Okay. And the ring for Pisces, or somebody else, Of course, every reading can, be different directions. Pisces, what ring for Pisces this week? Okay. Pisces gets the turquoise and the silver. So stay in your yin energy, stay in that feminine space. Say blessings and prayers for other people too. It's like, get out of your head and into your heart and spread the love. That can instantly get you out of your own headspace of whatever it is you might be dealing with. Okay? And that can shift everything around. Okay, Aries. Aries, Aries, Aries. Yabba dabba doo. Okay. What does Aries need to know for the first week in June? What does Aries need to know for the first week in June? Yeah, so there's some space or place where you don't feel like you're with your tribe per se. So maybe you're around certain people who just, aren't for your highest. You need to fly away from that particular situation or those people. What else does Aries need to know this week? Not going with the flow. So yeah, there's some space or place that you're in that's just doesn't flow as well for you, that Aries are so expressive, right? They're super fiery, super expressive. They like to they're kind of doers. Aries people are a lot of them are very much doers. So maybe you're in a community that just isn't, let's say, active enough, or there could be many ways that people that you're around aren't expressing themselves that feels like your tribe, your soul tribe. So Aries, Aries, Aries. And you have the soulmates in reverse. So yeah, so it's probably like a love partner that you're currently with, possibly, that's just not the best fit. Yeah, not the best fit. Time to walk away. Yeah. Yep, there we go, changing the wind, but you're kind of holding on, it looks like, to something that really is not the best choice. You're holding on to that situation. Sometimes we have to let go of places, people, and things to begin a new, fresh start, new beginning. So what else does Aries need to know? What else does Aries need to know? What does Aries need to know this week? You know, walk in the grass, put your feet on the grass or the sand. Do some yoga. Do a headstand, handstand. I love doing headstands or handstands. It just turns all the energy, like moving in a different direction. There we go. So cut cords from someone that's in your life currently that is just bringing you down. Whether it's a friendship or a romantic partnership, maybe it's, you know, a friend that you've had in your life a long time, and it's hard to let go of relationships that you've had for 10, 20, 30 years, right? But that is just not, it's just not creating the life that you envision for your own life. Aries, Aries, Aries. So Aries is in the middle of the bridge. Knowing that as you continue to move forward, things will get lighter and brighter. It doesn't mean that, you know, you don't go through turmoil in life. I mean, we all have to deal with things. Although we all also have a very different blueprint that we choose in any particular life. So one life you might choose a life that's very, you know, fun and playful and simple, and in another life you might choose something very different. And in a particular life you might have a blueprint that is that you have one or two contracts in. Like for myself, I'm in my second contract on this life. So that is very, like, you know, abilities increasing quickly, your gifts increasing quickly, your patterns and life increasing, like, at a very high level. What else does Aries need to know? What does Aries need to know? What does Aries need to know? Okay, never seen this one. Weavers know that all is God. And I love the rainbow as well. So if you're in an area and you live in an area where you see a lot of rainbows, soak it in. The rainbow light, the rainbow energy is fantastic. Call in the rainbow light and energy around you. We all have access. Ooh, divine timing. Divine timing. Be patient, you know, with a project or a person or situation that you need to let go of. Sometimes it's like ripping off the Band-Aid, right? And other times it can be a little bit of a slower process. Okay. Maybe it's a business partner or, you know, something of that nature. Aries, 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 Aries. So Aries, silver, and turquoise. Yeah, turquoise is absolutely about increasing your abilities and your life path in a, like, sacred space and a sacred plan. So just continue on that path this week and have a blessed week. Okay, Taurus, let's see, let's clear the deck here. Clear the deck, clear the deck. Maybe you're gonna go sailing. Get on the water and go sailing, or get on a boat and go skiing, you know, water skiing. Water and sun and fun. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. What does Taurus need to know this week? Water, sun, and fun. Okay. Releasing any fear or doubt about your path forward. So how do we turn it right side up? How do we do that this week for Taurus energy? How can the Taurus turn that energy around? So possibly like choosing, like leaping off, the leaping off energy. Trusting that the universe has your back, there's a higher plan, and taking that leap. Leap of faith. And know that you have many, many, many blessings in your life. Yeah, so stay in that blessed space and energy. You know, our animals can do that too. It's like our cats and dogs and other animals that you might have, horses, or can feel like such a blessing. What else does Taurus need to know for this week? Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. What does Taurus need to know for this week? There we go. Expect miracles. Expect miracles. Yes. There we go. Trust the universe. Bye-bye. Trust the universe. Yep, have a little more faith in the universe. Step into that solar energy. Create a garden, make a garden. Get your hands in the dirt. Plant your seeds, which probably have already been planted depending on where you're at this time of year. Your vegetables, your flowers. So Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. If you hear a Sasquatch sigh, okay, that's so cute. So take a big sigh, relief. A few deep breaths. Go deep into the belly too, and in your lungs, right? Grief can be stored in the lungs. A lot of grief can be stored in the lungs. So take, 10 breaths. There's yogic practice of breathing that can release that stagnant grief energy. And maybe it's not even something that's particularly right in your life at the moment, or maybe it is, but it's, stored grief and energy in the lungs. So spend time on your breath and releasing that energy. Focus on releasing the grief out of your lungs. Another thing I love to do, that I love, that is so transformative in healing. It's so transformative. Watsu. I freaking love it. It's in the water where they put weights on your ankles and wrists, and somebody who's a trained Waiatsu practitioner weaves you in the water gently and slowly in different rhythmic patterns. OMG. Freaking phenomenal. I love it. So try Watsu. And it also brings you back to that like womb energy. You know, there are things that we don't even know that we're healing that come from the womb, from your mother's womb. I mean, I know personally there are many things that I've been healing over my lifetime that's come from my mother. Really deep, a lot of grief stuff in the heart, an energy field that my own particular mother was dealing with, and that was transmuted to me, because of course when you're in that amniotic fluid, all the feelings and thoughts that your mother was feeling will be connected to you. So that's stuff that we have to work out as well, that we forget. Some of that very deep, that's a deep healing. And of course, ancestral healing. So stuff that might have been passed down from your mom to her mom to, or, you know, father. It might be father to son to, you know what I mean, to grandson. So I would say like super deep healing this week. Get a Watsu treatment. Go find that out, you know. So there's spas. I particularly love an outdoor spa. I've done it in outdoor spas, and it is phenomenal. You can look at the sky and the trees, and oh man, the release that occurs. Yeah. Okay, so the ring for Taurus this week. What is the ring for Taurus this week? Moonstone. Okay. Yeah, Watsu is a very yin way of healing. Very yin. So get in the water, and but in a gentle way that heals the soul. Surfing and water sports aren't going to do it. so it's a different element. Alrighty. Okay. So everybody have a lovely and blessed week, and I'll be seeing you. Okay.